What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today we got to talk about Matt Barnes responding to Shannon Sharpe and Mike Epps thing. Now, apparently Mike Epps and Shannon Sharpe have agreed to have a conversation in Indianapolis at the NBA All-Star Weekend. But, you know, Shannon got back on his show, and some of the things he said, it was like he was still aggressive with Mike in the DMs or whatever, talking about, you know, Mike said, let's have fun with this. And Shannon was like, you know, no, what's the fun in you playing with my name, saying I look like Medea and all that stuff. So they got some stuff to hash out, but I'm glad that it has reached a point where it's going to be a conversation. Now, you've had a lot of think pieces come out about what's going on between the two, Club Shay Shay, and the route that it's kind of taken since the Cat Williams interview, how large it has gotten. But you have to remember, you know, Cedric the Entertainer, some of those other people had come on and said things about, and Ricky, I believe Ricky Smiley was on there too. They had said things, so Cat was on Shannon's platform responding. You know, he didn't just go there and set it off without, you know, some people that he needed to talk back to. Now, he talked to some people that hadn't been on there, but you know, he had some things he was responding to as well. Well, Matt Barnes, you know, he's talking about it, and he said that tough talk that Shannon has isn't necessarily a good thing, especially considering he's going to Indianapolis. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Respect the lane that Shannon has created for himself and the attention he has drawn. And again, I want to say this without coming off the wrong way, because unfortunately, I don't look at anybody as competition, with all due respect. And I feel like there's a lane for everyone, and everyone's created that lane. And I feel like there's plenty of money to come behind those lanes. But I feel like, you know, obviously Shannon has taken off individually, and then him and Ocho have a great thing going on. But it's not necessarily our cup of tea, so to speak. You know, it's a completely different lane, and you see now, obviously, the Cat Williams interview, I think, broke some kind of YouTube record for the most views, and I think that's great. I mean, that's a lane he's excelling in, a lane that he's getting notoriety in and getting money in, and that's great. But it's not necessarily what we are trying to do. You know, we want to continue to kind of keep our lane, and not even that what they're doing is gossip, because I don't want to disrespect again what they're doing, but there's just a lot of different energy going on there, and people coming and talking their truths and telling their truths. And again, that's always great. Speak your mind. And I'm not even mad at that. Again, that's his lane, and he's the king of that lane right now. And I definitely respect that, and wish him and his team, you know, nothing but success. But to address the other side with Mike Epps is a good friend of me and Stack, and Stack got a chance to talk to him yesterday, and I was, you know, I heard what they were talking about, and it was funny. But you know, to me, you just have to be careful. First of all, like you said, Dan, going at comedians, because comedians, they tell jokes for a living. They're going to make us laugh for a living, and all of us are cracking up at just what Mike was saying and how he promoted his show at the end. But you also got to be careful, you know, when you're doing a lot of that tough talk, because, you know, Shannon is going to Indiana and Indy for the All-Star game, and that's where Mike is from. You know what I mean? So to be making those kind of threats and talking about, I'm going to see you here, I'm going to see you there, and then you're going to this guy's hometown, that's not the smartest thing. So I hope, for the sake of all of us, because, you know, people are fans of both of them, that they're able to have this conversation and kind of clear the air. But again, I think overall, I like what Shannon is doing. I like the lane he has created for himself and Ocho, and you know, I wish those guys nothing but success.
Now, without going back through the whole thing, they were confronted on their show. Obviously, you know, Kwame Brown confronted them over the Gilbert Arenas thing, but there was another incident where Isiah Thomas had to remind Steven Jackson that he saved his NBA career after the brawl with the Indiana Pacers. And also, you know, after getting into that thing with Jamal Tinsley outside the club.
He still want to be Mike. Mike do not want to be your friend, Isiah. I'm telling you for the 5th time. He do not want to be your friend. You know, stay on ESPN, keep talking on TNT. Oh, Mike should, you know, now you trying to say everybody better than Mike. It's okay. You not better than Mike. He came to your city and took your city. That's why you really mad. He took over Chicago. I know.
Tough. About when you almost got ran out of this league.
Where we at? In Indy?
And yeah. Remember that call you made to me? And I called the commissioner up.
Man, I forgot about that.
Jack, you was out.
I was done.
You was done. You was done.
I was done so many times, but y'all remember that.
So I just wanted to bring that back up. And what I'm alluding to is the fact that he was laughing when Oakley was talking about Isiah Thomas being so jealous of Michael Jordan and all that. He was keying it up. And that's off limits when someone saves your career and allows you to put that much more money in your pocket, you know? So, yeah, man, I just want to say that, and this ain't even a look down on Steven Jackson or Matt Barnes, but all of these podcasts have had some form of gossip, you know, at different points, right? You know, I mean, you've seen everybody have something to say about something that was said on their podcast, because you're looking at the person that went up there and said it, like, why didn't you say it in my face, or why you putting it on public display? And also, you know, you're looking at the person that gives them a platform, like, oh, you know, you down with what they saying, you know. And the crazy thing about Mike Epps is Cat didn't even say anything. He said he wished he would have said it. Now, he did clear the air and say that Shannon never asked him to be on Club Shay Shay. He actually reached out to be on Club Shay Shay. I guess that was just part of his joke, you know, that he was telling, and Shannon Sharpe's not feeling it. But one thing I am glad about is that they've got it to a place where it was going to be a conversation. Both of them too old to be out there making everybody look bad of color, right? You know, they're a little too old for that. And they got a little too much going on, too many people watching them on their platform. And when you bust it down, it's not nothing really worth really crashing out for. You know, they would love nothing more than to have that to cover than them shaking it up and talking it out. Because I guarantee you, if something would have went down, man, it'd be on everywhere. But the fact that they're going to go shake it out and have a conversation, it's not going to be covered like that by the mass media. But in regards to what Matt Barnes was saying, people could perceive that as backhanded compliments. Now, he is right. You know, Shannon does have to be careful going into Indianapolis, and they're going to ride for Mike Epps out there. You know, you can't be talking all that tough talk and think, you know, the biggest muscles is just going to walk you through this world, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about that no more. Yeah, defend yourself if you got to at this age, but, you know, Mike Epps telling some jokes, just confront him on it like you did, and just leave it there. Now you can have a conversation about it. And the good thing is Shannon Sharpe can turn this into content. That's how you should kind of look at it, you know, for the most part. When people talk about him now, if he does have an interview with Mike Epps, it'll be more anticipated than it would have been if he just brought him on. Now, if he brings him on Club Shay Shay, or they shoot a Club Shay Shay while he's out there, then, hey, you know, it's going to be a bigger interview now, and it's going to get more views than it would have got. So turn it into content, man. Fatten your pockets. You know, don't let them get the content out of you, where you go out there and y'all end up fighting or make a big mess out there. Now everybody else got the content. No, you and Mike done shot back and forth. You bring that content to your platform. Y'all ain't got to be best friends, but go ahead and get that content, because you done created it. Y'all, whether Shannon realizes it or not, they've already created the content, so he might as well monetize it first, right? So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.